Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing very well. We are going to be talking about surrendering, why it's so hard for us to surrender or why we don't surrender enough. Now, when I'm talking about surrendering today, I am talking, I guess, more so to people who have already given their life to Christ and they are obviously on the journey of, being made perfect. They're walking this walk of following God, following Christ. So surrendering, from what I understand about surrendering, and this is not from Google search or anything, but just my walk with Christ. Surrendering is basically you letting things go. So while I was in a silent state or solitude around 3 a.m., this imagery came to me, and please bear with me. Imagine you calling somebody to help you with a table, a big dining table, okay? A man comes and, he lifts it up, or imagine whoever comes and lifts it up and is carrying it and they're like, I got it. But you're still holding at the tail end. Oh, no, let me help you. It seems too heavy. No, the guy is saying, or the person is saying, no, I got it. Oh, turn this way. Okay, I understand. I got it. Let go. You're going to hurt yourself. Let go. I got it. Let me hold it. So there's that back and forth. And you're not holding it. It's too heavy. You are barely even lifting it. But yet, we are still holding it. You're still holding onto the tail of this table when the person moving it is saying, I got it. Let me do the work. You rest. Just watch me do it. The person lifting the table is Christ. The person lifting the table is your helper, the person God has set into your life to lift that burden, to carry that stress, to carry that sickness. Now Christ is telling us, I got it, but you're still holding onto that table. So a lot of us in Christianity, or a lot of us pursuing Christ, we are saying that, Lord, I surrender my life. Lord, I surrender this problem to you, but we are still directing God. We are still holding onto it. When he's saying, worry about nothing. With all things, give it unto me. In petition, in prayer, give it unto me. Do you not know that my thoughts towards you is of good and not of evil? The word also says that worrying does not add anything to your life. So do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. But yet we are worrying about it and saying that, God, I trust you after prayer. Or after prayer, but still worrying about it. Or during prayer, we are directing God. God, if you really bring that man and he knocks on my door, then I know you heard my prayer. God, I want the business to be, worth $1 million. And I know that my business is going to be prospering. I'm giving these examples to tell you that when we pray, even when we say we are surrendering the problem to God, we're telling God how we want it to be manifested. We're telling God how we want him to move the table, how we want him to adapt. And it comes out of fear. We don't trust God enough that his best for us, as he says in his word, is really going to be the best for us. We don't trust God enough that he will really do it. That whatever the results he give us with our prayer, that it will be, just wonderful. It will add to our life. It will truly bless us. And so we go on parceling in our prayer, parceling the prayer request, drawing the image for God, how we want him to take care of it, how we want him to present it to us. Imagine when you go to God telling him, I want you to do this, and he's saying, I got it. And as I said, it comes out of fear. We really don't trust. We really don't, because if we truly trusted and we truly believe and we say, I surrender it all, We would let it go. Lord, I need that healing. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't even care how you're going to do it. All I know is that, Lord, heal me. I need healing. I surrender the diabetes to you. I surrender this migraine to you. I surrender this to you. I surrender my children to you. I surrender my business to you. And we let it go. It doesn't mean we don't pray about it again, but we go back and tell God, that child, I surrender this child to you. The way the child is, I know that is not your will for my child. So I surrender Samuel like I believe Hannah did. I surrender. I give this child to you. Lord, perfect this child. Not, oh, I want him to get up and this. And I'm not saying that is wrong to be specific. But what I want to emphasize here, that when we say we surrender to Christ, we surrender it all. We don't tell him how we want the gift parceled. We don't tell him the shape. We don't tell him anything. We trust him and believe in him without a doubt that he will give us absolutely the best. Whether it comes out green, it will be the best. Whether it comes out yellow, it will be the best. Do you really trust God enough to surrender? We hear this song a lot at church, and I know a lot of us cry, but I believe a lot of us cry out of the sorrow of the situations, the emotions, what we are going through in life. But we don't necessarily give it, because when we surrender, we give it and we give it all to him. It's like when you've been so exhausted, that's how surrender should be. You've been so exhausted doing it, carrying it on your own, that you just come and you dump the load on Christ. And you say, here, and you walk away. I did that. I don't know if I shared this, but I remember when I was the only one at that church that day that this man of God that visited our church prophesied to. He even told me, don't come up. I don't even want to see you. But God is telling me that your time for marriage is up. And I remember after my friends, you make friends, my friends, oh, Liz, you need to smile more. Liz, you need to do a little bit more extra when you dress and you're going out and stuff like that. Now, I remember for some months, okay, I never went out dirty or be messed up or anything like that. But I put a different, more effort into it. And I became tired. And I'm like, why? Even the results, the people that were trying to talk to me or approach me, they were not essentially what I was looking for. I told you at the top of my list is God-fearing. Somebody that I can pursue God with and raise a family with, right? And we balance each other. That was some of the few things I had in my heart. It wasn't so much it wasn't the 6 feet thing. No, my husband is not even 6 feet tall, but anyhow, right? It wasn't that. But I remember the people coming to me weren't what I had desired. So I was like, you know what, God, why am I even trying? This is for you to take care of. This is for you to handle it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to go about my day like I normally do. And that's what I did. And when people that were of getting close to what I was seeking God for were approaching, I told you all that I prayed a prayer and I said, God, these people I've been praying about and the visions you've been giving me, the dreams you've been giving me, it's like they're not staying. You're removing them. And in the dreams, we're very clear where they're being taken away. Like, I'm being called to leave their side. Anyhow. And so I said a prayer and I said, God, bring me a man, bring me maybe a third person that I can pray about that is, I wasn't even that clear, but God heard my prayer. My husband eventually came along. My point is when I surrendered it all, God took care of it. Even when there was a pitfalls, even when there's a disappointment, even when it seems like the sickness is not going, even when it seems like the rent is not going to be paid, when you surrender it all, God only needs 1 day. God only needs 2 seconds. God doesn't need too much. He needs your heart and you surrendering. So when we surrender, we give all the work to God. Leave the man. He's saying, I'm carrying it. I took it on the cross. And I believe because we don't let go, and when we say we surrender, we don't fully let go for God. That is why sometimes we end up in a lot of muddy, sticky things, or we make permanent decisions for temporary situations. We make decisions quickly because we're trying to do it ourselves instead of waiting. As we told God, we're surrendering. We go about buttering the bread. We go about lifting the table when He told us don't. We go about doing everything, doing it. When God is saying, I got it. Why are you still holding onto that table? Why are you still holding onto it? I told you I have it. Let go. And so some of us, our angels is probably, they report. They report back and forth to God. That our angels are probably saying, look, God, this child that I'm watching, this is your child. She's still holding on. She's not allowing me. He's not allowing me. See, when you let go, you see the manifestation of God moving right away. It's because we hold on to it. We do the work ourselves. We don't surrender. That's why a lot of our issues take longer. A lot of our miracles, a lot of our breakthroughs don't come because we are taking care of the work. We are doing it. And yet we are asking God, God, why haven't you answered my prayer? You're taking care of it. The angel is saying, this girl's not letting me. This guy's not letting me. Every night, the night angel, the day angel, they go back and forth. And you're still holding on when they're coming to serve us. Or you're asking God, and He's like, Christ, I got it. But you're not letting Him through. So when you surrender, give it all. He said, I care for you. He said, I will not forsake you. That's why He's left us His Holy Spirit. He said, I'm not going to leave you orphaned with nobody to watch over you. I'm sending my Spirit. It is with you, in you. My word is going to guide you. My Spirit is always with you. He's saying, my thoughts towards you, how I think of you, it's beyond what you think. How I love you is beyond how you can express or think of love. So allow me to do it for you. He said, I would do it. Ask anything in my name, believing without doubting. So if you are surrendering to God, don't hold on to the edge of the table. Let Him carry it. Give it to Him. Leave the worry. Leave the trouble. When you go in prayer, Lord, I'm giving it to you. I want to be healed. Lord, this child, please touch him, touch his mind. Lord, I'm coming for that healing. Lord, I'm coming for that healing. Lord, I surrender it. Lord, I give it. And while you're waiting, you're reading the word that is building that faith. That is building that faith. Because if faith can move a mountain that you've never heard, never witnessed such a thing, then believing and having faith and professing the word and going, Lord, I give you that problem, I'm surrendering, He will do it. Don't hold on to the table. Don't try to fix it, because sometimes when we do it, we break it down and we mess it up anyhow. We mess it up sometimes. And we have to go through the process until everything that we've messed with is undone, until we can recover and receive the blessing. So surrender. Give it all to Christ if you surrender. When you surrender your life, you give it all. Whatever situations, you give it all to Him. And He would take care of you because He cares for you. He loves you and He cares for you. And He's with us for our good and not for our evil. Nothing He gives you, even when we don't appreciate it right away, is ever for our evil. It's ever to destroy us. It's ever to mess us up. It is for our good and not for our evil. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.